Okay, so I have the initial cove turned now and finished with an initial coat of a mixture of oil and resin to seal the wood, and then a coat of Yorkshire grit and Hampshire sheen to polish it up to a nice high sheen. So we're ready now to take the tape off, rearrange the pieces and then glue it together. Okay, so the glue dried overnight and I turned 2 tenons on either end of the blank so that I can reverse it in the chuck as and when I need to. And that's because I have a few ideas on what I'd like to do to finish this piece off. As I said at the start, I want to turn some other kind of little decoration to hang suspended inside the turning, and in order to do that I'm going to use a fishing swivel. That way whatever is hanging inside will be able to freely rotate. It won't just be fixed. So what I need to do for that is bore a hole straight through one end so that the line for hanging the ornament on the tree will be able to tie onto one end of the swivel, and the little ornament I've turned for inside can be tied onto the other end of this swivel, and that is the way that this will be hung. And whatever end I do that on, I'll turn it around, as I am thinking of making a little finial to finish off the bottom of this. So I'll bore a small hole in one end to put line through to tie on the swivel inside, and then on the other end I'll use a fastener bit to drill in a little way to have a mortise for accepting the finial that I turned for the bottom. With the hole for the hanging done now, I'll work on the opposite end, and the first thing I'll do is take away the waste material here to get an idea of what the final shape will be like there, and that will let me judge the depth and the size of the mortise I'll need for the finial on the bottom without taking away the strength of what material I have here. So once I've got that mortise cut out, then I'll start to shape the full width of this blank. Okay, at this stage I have most of it turned, and while there's still plenty meat down here at the chuck, I've sanded up to 400, and these inside edges here are very sharp, and there has been some instances where it's gone to such a sharp edge that there has been a bit of breakout, and so to remove that sharp edge I'm just going to go over them very lightly with some 240 sandpaper, just to give that a little ease so it's not such a sharp corner. Okay, so I've decided to put a snowman in the body of this inside out turning, and so I have these two pieces of Spalted Norwegian Maple, and this one will be the finial, and then this one's got a bit more character on the inside of it, so I'll make this the snowman, and I've cut them to be nice sizes for a short little finial just on the bottom of here and the snowman to fit inside. So we'll turn the finial first. was quite fiddly getting the string onto each of the individual components and then feeding it up through the turning. So I won't bother including that in the final video, as you won't be able to clearly see what it is I'm doing. But here is the finished ornament with the snowman suspended inside there. And I really like how this turning, it is able to sort of rotate on its own, and the snowman independently as well as it's on the swivel, giving a nice dynamic to a tree ornament rather than it being just a plain stationary ball or whatever. This is able to turn, and it really shows off each individual part of the wood and the grain. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out. This is my first inside out turning. I've learned a lot doing it. It's been quite a challenge at times. So I have been able to learn a lot from this, and it's something that I'll definitely do in the future with other tree ornaments, and also I might have I think about other ways that I can apply the technique and make some other interesting pieces. But I hope you've enjoyed this video and you like this ornament. Drop me a comment below and let me know what you think and ways that I could improve. If you've done inside out turnings yourself and you've seen things that I've done that I could have maybe done better to have made it easier for me, please let me know in the comments so that I'll be able to take that advice and apply it to my future projects. As always, thank you to all of my subscribers for your support, subscribing and continuing to come back and watch more. I really appreciate it, and it gives me the drive to continue to come out here and to make new videos for you to see. And if you're new to the channel, please take the time to check out my channel and subscribe, and have a look at my other videos as well, as I'm sure that you'll find things there that will be of interest to you. And again, if any of you have any tips or tricks or ideas of things that you'd like to see me do, then by all means please let me know that as well. And of course, Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next video.